using guides, guide layout, and the frame tool in Photoshop. So we saw the frame tool and we want to be more precise with our design. That means that we need some guides and to be sure that the space between images or text will be exactly the same. I will go to View and we're going to use the new guide layout. When you click on the new guide layout, you're going to have a panel and a preview option. So in the preview option, I have columns, rows, and margin. I will start with the columns, so I can decide how many columns I'm going to have in my document. Let's say 5, and rows 4. Let's make it less, 3 columns and 4 rows. Then you have the gutter. If you set it in pixels and you use print, it's better to convert it to millimeter or centimeter. That means that you can right click and select the right measurement. I will click millimeters and here as well. So the gutter is the space between these guides. That means that if I'll click 2 millimeter and say it changed, or 5. Now here is still pixels, so I will click millimeter and change it to 5 as well. Then we had the margins. The margins, these are around the document, the borders, and I can create, can be really useful for text, not to get too close to the edges, or if I want to create some kind of frame to my design. So let's select millimeter from each side. Now you can see it changing, and make sure the preview is on. 10 millimeter as well, and click OK. Now I have the guides and I know exactly that the space between these columns, or the space between images and frames or shapes, will be exactly the same, and I can create some kind of layout. Let's say using the frame here, and then I can add another frame. Use the Move tool to select the frames and click File, Place Embedded, and pick my images. So I'm first creating the frame and then placing the images. File, Place Embedded. And I can move the image inside the frame. Then again. Perfect. And in these areas I can add either text or shapes. So I can pick the rectangular, maybe add a rectangle here and a rectangle. And change the colors. Now I can go back to View and just hide my guides. So clear guides or clear canvas guides. And then I have a perfect layout in my document with the same space between images and border.